Good morning, students. Welcome back to my class. Today, we are going to start our 13th chapter. Why do we fall ill? Yes, students, let's discuss about our chapter. Why do we fall ill? We have seen that cells are the basic units of living beings. Cells are made of a variety of chemical substances like proteins, carbohydrates, fats, or lipids and so on. Although the pictures look quite static, in reality the living cell is a dynamic place. Something or the other is always happening. Cells move from place to place. Even in cells that do not move, there is repair going on. New cells are being made. In our organs or tissues, there are various specialized activities going on. The heart is beating, the lungs are breathing, the kidneys is filtering urine, the brain is thinking, etc. Dears, all these activities are interconnected. For example, if the kidneys are not filtering urine, poisonous substances will accumulate. Under such conditions, the brain will not be able to think properly. For all these interconnected activities, energy and raw materials are needed from outside the body. In other words, food is a necessity for cell and tissue functions. Anything that prevents proper functioning of cells and tissues will lead lack of proper activity of the body. So my dear students, it is in this context that we will now look at the notions of health and diseases. So my dear students, let's learn more about health and its failure. We have heard the word health used quite frequently all around us. We use it ourselves as well when we say things like my grandpa or my grandma's health is not good. Actually, what is health? What does the word health mean? Do you know what is health? Dears, if we think about it, we realize that it always implies the idea of being well. We can think of this well-being as effective functioning. For our grandmothers, being able to go out to the market or to visit neighbors is being well. And not being able to do such thing, it is poor health. So dear students, health is therefore a state of being well enough to function well physically, mentally and socially. Dears, in other words, we can say health is a state of physical, mental and social well-being. Healthy body with a healthy mind and healthy attitude is referred as good health. Once more, health is a state of physical, mental and social well-being. Healthy body with a healthy mind and healthy attitude is referred as good health. So dears, health includes physical, mental and social fit. It is divided into two, community health and personal health. What is community health? Community health means overall well-being or good health of the whole community. Then what about personal health? It is state of physical, mental and social well-being of an individual. That is personal health. Next, personal and community issues. Both matter for health. If health means a state of physical, mental and social well-being, it cannot be something that each one of us can achieve entirely on our own. The health of all organisms will depend on their surroundings or their environment. The environment includes the physical environment. So, for example, health is at risk in a cyclone in many ways. But even more importantly, human beings live in societies. Our social environment, therefore, is an important factor in our individual health. We live in villages, towns, or cities. In such places, even our physical environment is decided by our social environment. Yes, just consider what would happen if no agency is ensuring that garbage is collected and disposed. What would happen if no one takes responsibility for clearing the drains and ensuring that water does not collect in the streets or open spaces? What would happen? Just think. So, if there is a great deal of garbage thrown in our streets, or if there is open drains, water lying stagnant around where we live, the possibility of poor health increases. So, dears, therefore, public cleanliness is important for individual health. We need food for health, and this food will have to be earned by doing work. For this, the opportunity to do work has to be available. Good economic conditions and jobs are therefore needed for individual health. We need to be happy in order to be truly healthy. And if we mistreated each other and are afraid of each other, we cannot be happy or healthy. Social equality and harmony are therefore necessary for individual health. We can think of many other such examples of connections between community issues and individual health. So, dears, public cleanliness is important for individual health. Then, the opportunity to do work has to be available. Good economic conditions and jobs are therefore needed for individual health. Then we need to be happy. Social equality and harmony are therefore necessary for individual health. My dear students, hope all of you understood today's section. If you have any doubt, you can ask me now. We can continue on next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.